late night freaks. I'm here to give Aries a read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And this read's going to be for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. We're also going to throw in Mercury and Mars because of what's going on in the astrology currently. And any Aries stellium, 3 or more planets located in the first house of Aries. This may speak very strongly to you. I did get an initial download coming in here, and I want to touch base on that before we actually start getting these cards on the table. But I will say that there's this piece coming in about you've been waiting for like this dream to come into fruition. You feel a bit like a horse at the starting gate. You're sort of chomping at the bit, and you've been also feeling very restricted and like held back. Like you're tied up right now. You're tied up from being able to move forward, and you're trying to, figure out how am I going to get things moving in this direction I want to head into. You can't see the way right now, but things are coming in, things are lining up in such a way where I really feel that by the time you start to head into the holiday season, tail end of November, beginning of December, things are really going to start moving in your life and in a very positive direction. There's a lot of news that's going to be coming in. I also see you doing some traveling, getting on the road, but it's all stuff that's aligning you with where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, and this next stage of your life that you're stepping into. It's a lot of change on offer. Some of you are also going to be looking at doing actual moves, and some of you, it's just going to be about getting out there in the world, traveling, exploring, having some adventures, getting lost in the world for a while to kind of find yourself and have sort of a reflective. I've got like Jack Kerouac vibes. Yeah, just I feel this, like I can see you like on the road and just sort of like going from place to place, having experiences, being places where nobody knows who you are, and how this is like kind of refreshing to just sort of have this clean slate energy. And I see you like journaling it or documenting it. Some of you might be starting, blogs. You might be starting a channel where you share your adventures on the road. You share your adventures traveling. Some of you are going to be doing writing around this. There's some piece of this coming in. It's kind of interesting, but I do feel there's this sense of like questing, that you're out there questing, and you're beginning a new journey. It's like that fool's journey, and you just want to get on with it already. You're like ready to wrap up the old cycle, ready to wrap up all the difficulties, ready to let go of all the holdups. And I really think you're going to be stepping forward in a very positive way, and it's going to get moving, and it's going to get moving real fast. So I feel like right now this message has been coming in for Aries for a while. It's really about those systems check, make sure that you got all your loose ends tied up. Make sure that you're working with this retrograde energy to, close the gap, close the gap on anything where it feels left undone, because you don't want anything like slowing down your momentum once this all opens up for you. So now is the time to make sure you got everything in order and that you feel good, that you can move on from the old cycle very cleanly, not feeling like there's anything messy you left behind. I think you're going to be setting that stuff in motion. Bottom of the deck energy, we have this like contract in reverse. Okay, so this is interesting. And right behind that was the Chariot. All right. And that's all about moving forward. So I feel like this is what is being addressed right now. There's some kind of contractual agreement that needs to be ironed out. In some cases, this is a legal matter, and there's something that's tied up in the paperwork. There's something that's tied up in transferring of funds, or something that's tied up uh, with a judgment, waiting for things to kind of pan out, see which way the ball's going to bounce. So for some of you, that's what's up. For others of you, this has to do with the soul contract. It has to do with a relationship that, there's closure work to be done. There's things that um, need to be faced in a real way. I feel like that wasn't done before. I feel like there's a lot that's left unsaid. I feel that there is a lot of question marks kind of hanging over you, and I feel like it's not just on your end. You probably uh, are reflecting back what the other is feeling too. And there's something about this that there needs to be some kind of some kind of healing, in a connection. Something needs to be addressed, something needs to be communicated, and that's what creates, closure, positive closure in this soul contract, whether that is actually, healing with this person, moving forward with this person in some way, maybe in a different way, or even if it's still just parting your ways, there's something that's left unfinished. This is what I'm really getting, and it needs to be addressed. It's important. So I think this is going to happen first before there's this movement forward. But once there's the moving forward, we see you moving away from troubles, okay, with this Six of Swords energy, and you're moving into calmer waters, what's kind of had you feeling disrupted and frustrated and stressed out, just feeling a lot of this kind of like pressurized energy. I think because you have this energy where you're wanting to go forward, you're just wanting to jump into the new cycle, and you feel really held back. So I think that this is going to be much calmer, sort of easygoing time. I'm not saying that things won't be, active. I do see active, but I feel like there's a calmness to it because at least you have freedom to move as you desire. You're not feeling stuck anymore. You're not feeling stuck. Top of the deck energy. That's right. We got the world here. Okay. So this is, the old cycles being brought to a successful completion. And it's also this energy of like the world's your oyster. Like you can go anywhere you want to go. You can do anything you want to do. This is about what is the world you want to create for yourself, because the power is in your hands now. And it promises success. You're starting a new, very positive, successful cycle, where you may be wondering, is there going to be growth, in the new direction that you've kind of set your sights on? I think you might be a little gun shy because you've had some disappointment in the past with this Five of Swords, But we do see that you got a seed you want to plant. You got a dream that you want to invest in, and you're in it for the long haul with this Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, that is a slow moving energy. So let's just actually get some shuffling done here and see what else wants to come in on this. We got something that came down as kind of a covering influence there, and it came out of the deck sort of clunky, it wasn't like smoothly coming out. Yeah, and we got the Star card here. Okay, so this is about hope, and so it's interesting that it was kind of like it almost like begrudgingly came out of the deck to act as like a covering influence of the energy that's covering you. That's what I'm really feeling, and this feels sort of like what I'm getting here is that maybe you've felt kind of bummed out in the love department, because I'm just seeing this love wanting to come in and fill your cup, but you're not even focused on that. Your energy is somewhere else entirely, and you've just been kind of doing this balancing act and trying to pour your energy into taking care of what you need to take care of, and very self-reflective too. There's this pool of water down here, and the reflection of this figure is downward at that water. And I got this image of, just looking at the water. And I'm picking up the story of Narcissus, okay? And I'm not saying that it's narcissistic. I'm saying that you've been in a period of self-reflection. And some of that has been about looking at shadow aspects, looking at ways you've held yourself back, looking at ways that you've sabotaged yourself in some cases, and being honest with yourself about what you truly desire, how you truly want to move forward. So there's a lot of this element involved. Maybe there are some cases where you did see, like, I think maybe there are some cases where you did see that you feel like maybe you were a little selfish in how you move. I think you kind of needed to be in this space of that selfishness, though, so you could really focus on yourself. And maybe to some people it seemed selfish for you to really, kind of put up your boundaries. But I don't think maybe they realized how much you had expended energy in giving out to others, and how essential this was for you to have this time to yourself, to focus on yourself, to get clear about what you wanted. Because I think at one point you had so much energy pulling on you from other people's wants, needs, desires, that you really got like lost in the shuffle. And at one point you were like, who am I? Where am I going? What do I want to do? What do I even want anymore? Because I think a lot of times your life is kind of focused on taking care of everybody else, and so this period of self-reflection was necessary, and spending time, on yourself was necessary. But I also think it brought to the surface a lot of stuff that was kind of hard to look at too. And there's been a big integration process for you, a big healing process for you. And so I feel like, you've been distracted from this love piece, but I also feel like part of what you've been looking back at is like your disappointment in love relationships, how things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. And there's almost like this idealized view of love. Like maybe you have kind of this fantasy that you've constructed in your head of what like a relationship looks like, and you want it to tick all these boxes, but you haven't really had that experience. And so you feel a little disenchanted with the whole love thing. Like it never lives up to what I dream it to be, and I think because of that, you might kind of be a little jaded and not really focus so much on letting this love in. But I do see, there's going to be a little reason here to feel hopeful, because there's some kind of love coming in. Might come in through a message, okay? You might receive some kind of message. Yeah, there's something coming in here, okay, with this Three of Wands energy. It starts small with the Page of Cups. Again, I feel like it's just going to be like a little message or a little beginning, some kind of invitation, maybe like, hey, let's go out for coffee, or I'd like to connect with you, or can we sit down and have a talk? I think it could possibly involve a Queen of Swords. Okay, this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. Maybe there's been some misunderstandings here. Maybe you don't understand where this person is at with you, what they're feeling towards you, or there could be an element where you feel like maybe they're kind of hiding their feelings, or you don't know where they're at. I think you want to get this person to open up emotionally. We got this Queen of Cups energy here. This is also a very intuitive energy. So, there seems like there's some kind of nurturing or healing that's wanting to come in here. And that may be the soul contract that you need to address. This is also water sign energy with this Queen of Cups. So that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. Yeah, you might be thinking that this person is feeling very guarded. All right. With this Seven of Wands, they've kind of separated themselves from everybody else. I think this person might have had a lot of drama coming at them, and so they're feeling like kind of the need to guard themselves right now. They've sort of been isolating themselves. and you're wondering what's going on with them. This is somebody that whoever you're dealing with, they're very intuitive, okay? They're very intuitive because we've got the high priestess coming in with their energy here to that 5 of Pentacles. So again, this is somebody that maybe you feel out on the cold, out out in the cold with them. Maybe they've kind of like frozen you out. They've iced you out a bit, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Like, how come you're not talking to me? Like, what are you feeling? What's the deal? Where are things at? I think you feel like things have gone kind of cold in this connection. Um, there's some peace here, but I think that your intuition is picking up that there's more to this story. There's more to what's going on here, and you're wanting to really talk to this person. You're really wanting to drop in with this person because I think your intuition is picking something up. I also think this person is very intuitive as well. I think this person is also very intuitive as well. And this might be why there's some kind of self-protection going on here. I don't know if there was issues in your connection, if something happened that caused them to distrust, but there's like some protectiveness here. And I feel like you're wanting to try to break through that. Maybe you've worried that this person has a lot of options, or maybe you were the person who had a lot of options. And, either way, we do see somebody here is taking some time, taking some space to figure out what's their best choice to make at this time. Maybe you feel like you're wanting to know what this person is up to and what they're going to do because it has a bearing or has an effect on you. And you feel like they're not communicating that to you. You want to understand what the hell is going on. There definitely is some kind of like secretiveness here, self-protection kind of going on. And there is an exploring of options. We do see this energy. So, you might have to coax it out of this person. It might be the way that the communication is gone, has this person guarded. There might be a need to have more of a softer approach. I'm getting, if you've been more combative with this person in the past, it might be necessary to have a softer approach, okay? Because there's something that needs to come to a close in this cycle. There's that moon energy, okay? So there's something that's going to be illuminated. Maybe you actually started to have it illuminated for you with this Pisces full moon that came in. Maybe it made you realize something about this connection with this person, this situation that you didn't see before. It might have opened up something for you emotionally or intuitively, and you're wanting to communicate and have some clarity in this situation. I think you'll be able to find balance with this person, okay? With the 2 of Wands. All right. There's a lot of 2 energy. Look, 3 2s coming in here. Wow. Okay, this is wild. Look, we got the 2 of Wands, okay? This like setting your sights for the future, looking at things in kind of a new way, okay? Thinking of possibilities. We got the 2 of Pentacles, which is all about trying to find the balance. Maybe there was a problem with juggling in this situation. Maybe one person had too many options that created instability in this connection, okay? We do see this time out, trying to find clarity, spending time looking within and sort of having some boundaries up with the 2 of Swords. And what follows it is a 10 of Cups, okay? So this is a lot of happiness here, all right? This is like really putting down some roots and growing something beautiful together. It's happiness, it's blessing, and it comes through after this time of kind of going your own way. I feel like there's this travel piece, there's this need to sort of, I'm getting pilgrimage energy with this hermit, okay? And this hermit energy also represents Virgo. And we're really in a big Virgo cycle right now. First of all, it's Virgo season. We also had Virgo kicked off this whole cycle we're in right now with that Virgo new moon. All right. And that Virgo new moon was square Mars, your ruler, Aries. So it's really having an impact on you. It's also interesting that Libra uh, is currently, the sign that Mercury is retrograde in. And Libra is all about partnership. It's all about partnership energy. And there's a very interesting dance going on right now between Venus, Libra's ruler, and Mars, your ruler. Okay. And you are opposites. You are opposites. Um, so it's a very interesting dynamic, but there's sort of this energy in play right now with just the way that Venus is aspected, where it almost brings the Venus energy on the same page as the Mars energy. It wakes up the more feisty side of the Venus energy. And because of that, I feel like there's an opportunity to get on the same page with this person, but it really comes through, first this need to sort of like have your own time for exploration, reflection, sort of internalizing the individual experience in this connection before coming together to kind of like talk things out. I feel like there's going to be some kind of communication that's facilitated in this connection, and it moves things forward in a new way, in a different way, and whatever way this moves forward, it brings a lot of happiness. It brings a fulfillment, and I think that it looks like a good thing. It looks like a really good thing. Yeah, there's some way that you're going to be able to have some give and take in this situation. There's some kind of reciprocation here, some kind of working together with this Six of Pentacles. All right. And it gets things moving right in about 8 weeks. Okay. That's what I'm really picking up. Right in about 8 weeks. So that feels really in alignment with the initial message about, once it really hits that holiday season is when things start to get flowing here. All right. So let's see what we got on the top of the deck here. Top of the deck energy, we have Queen of Pentacles. That's Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Any strong placement in the chart. We see there's some kind of separation here, ending here with the Three of Swords. Okay. So something was put to rest in some kind of relationship, some kind of romantic involvement. There might be a lot of anxiety over this. There could be a lot of stress over this with the Nine of Swords. There might be some kind of anxiety. With the nature of this Nine of Swords, I don't know, with this image, whenever I see this lion, I always think of the Strength card and how the Strength card talks about taming the beasts of the past, like overcoming your past lessons. And so I feel like it's almost like this haunting energy. Like I think this individual might concern you a bit, this earth sign energy that you're in separation from. I'm almost feeling like you're worried about them kind of like sort of like stalking you out. I don't know why I'm getting this energy. It's just something that's coming through. It's almost like you're almost fearful of this person coming around or causing some kind of disruption or some kind of trouble. Let me see here. It's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm on the right track. I think I'm very much on the right track with this situation here. Yep, yep. Bingo, nailed it. Okay. Here's this earth sign energy again, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it's coming in as a page, okay? So like this person might try to reach out to you. They might try to make it just like something sort of trite and superficial, just a way to like make a connection with you. I feel like you think this is kind of an immature energy with a page coming in here. We show you in Emperor energy right here. Okay, that's big Aries energy card. And remember, I brought in the Strength card when I was talking about that Nine of Swords. Here's the confirmation. There's the Strength card right there. So I think you are worried about this person coming around. I feel like maybe you dealt with them and felt that they were quite immature. Uh, there's some reason why you chose to separate. We do see that there was kind of like potentially a third party situation here, all right, with a 3 of Pentacles. You refused an offer, okay? You don't want this cup. It's very clear. But I think there's some kind of concern that this person might come around and cause some issue for you. Let's do a cut of the deck energy on that and see what comes forward. Yeah, you know, I think that you're worried about how this person could get in the way of what you're wanting to create for yourself. We got your energy right here, Aries, okay, with that King of Wands. This is also fire sign energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And right here, we have the title card for the deck. This is my If Wishes Were Horses, the Dreamers Would Ride card. And this is all about bringing a dream to fruition. So I think you have a dream. And I'm seeing like a lot of like movement. Okay, I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing this like winged horse energy. This is a very fiery horse. We have this horse symbolism coming in for you. And horses are all about movement, and they're also about power. And I feel like you're very like your energy is very kind of single-minded right now. Now, for some of you, you're dealing with a fire counterpart, you know. There's somebody you really want to move forward with that you feel like they respect your individuality, they let you have your freedom, and you want to move forward with them, and you're afraid that this person might interfere, is what I'm getting, with your ability to move forward towards your dream. And this is why you wanted to cut off this energy with the King of Swords, okay? Air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? It's also about being decisive. That King of Swords is about being decisive. It's about making a firm decision to cut something off so you can go forward with your dream and not have interference. Yeah, this was put to rest for that reason, okay? 4 of Swords. And right behind that is Justice, okay? Right behind that is Justice, the Libra card, okay? So you're definitely finding the balance, and the balance involves cutting somebody off. Cutting somebody off because they would have interfered with what you're actually wanting to bring into fruition. Maybe you realize that this person was kind of sabotaging your forward motion. Yet we see right here, got the devil energy. And in this particular arrangement, there's a money piece involved. This devil, you know, is holding a pentacle in their hand. There's also this like treasure chest. It kind of has dowry vibes to me there. And look, this figure here, this woman is wearing a mask, you know, so there was a lot of hidden motives in this situation, you know, a lot of hidden motives in this situation. I just got here that, you know, this was really about instant gratification. Okay. With the 9 of Cups coming up right behind that devil. 9 of Cups is often about, you know, just getting your yah-yahs, man. It's just like sexual gratification, pleasure. It can be indulgent. Coming in with the devil, it's indulgent. This could be also kind of almost addictive. This can be like kind of a story of somebody who has like sexual addiction, you know, just kind of bobs along the surface with people because it's kind of too scary to go deep, you know? And so they kind of pick the people who are emotionally unavailable, the people who, you know, wear a mask, won't go deep because it's easier that way. This could be with that King of Wands energy coming in too, so strong. You know, King of Wands, your suit is all about independent energy too, not wanting to be tied down. There is this element too about how maybe one of the partners, particularly masculine, okay, masculine Aries, or a masculine fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, one of these people wants to like keep it light, have fun, play the field, just be in it for, having a good time. The other wants a commitment, wants a firm commitment, wants something like eventually leading to like marriage, something on that level, and there's a discrepancy there. One person wants one thing, the other person wants another. And almost like some trickery. I feel like one person kind of telling the other what they think they want to hear so they can just get what they want. They can get the sexual gratification. This piece is coming in. I feel like there's like this choice coming and that you can't really see it right now. But there's some kind of choice that comes in with the lovers, okay? There's a message that's going to come in. And this message changes everything because it offers a new beginning in love. All right. So I see that there's like some choice that's going to come forward and it might shift the way you choose to move. It's interesting because we have the Hierophant here. So where somebody maybe wasn't willing to commit before or wasn't interested in having a serious relationship, they actually might be changing their mind. And this might be quite shocking. Yeah, I see that where they were defensive, where they had their guard up and they wouldn't let anybody in before, they might be finally ready to like have a new beginning in that regard with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this we see here with the Four of Pentacles that there was like a concern about security before, but this ends in happiness with the Sun. Okay. So it's paired with the Death too. Okay. So it's like, I feel like there's been a change. There's been a transformation in behavior. Someone went through a really big growth process. They realized that the way they were moving before, the types of connections that they were having, that it actually was really working against them. And they've decided to make healthier choices for themselves. It leads to the true partner with Two of Cups. Okay. So I see there being some kind of turnaround in a relationship. Somebody's ready to get serious. Somebody's ready to commit when before they weren't ready to do that. And it opens up a brand new cycle. That's really beautiful energy. This is definitely, it's like all love for you, man. Definitely see big love picture here. You're doing a lot of important healing work too. And some of this healing work is going to be with another. There is a need to like complete some things. There is a need to, redress certain imbalances in relationship. I'm really getting that. I don't think you'll feel right if you don't redress these balances, if you don't have these conversations. And I think those things will come around the bend in this retrograde cycle for you. So you have a chance to, say what needs to be said, handle things the way you wish you would have, so you can really move forward into the next cycle cleanly. It does look there like there's cooperation. It does look like there's willingness to work together on some level. I do feel like there is a passage though where it's like, I'm going to do my own thing. There's this independent energy running within it. I don't feel like it's going to be it's going to move to some place of total culmination anytime in the immediate future. This feels like it's more of a slow burner kind of energy. It's something that builds through having a new view of moving forward in that relationship, that connection, what that looks like, and that you really stay within your individual energy for a while. But it's like a commitment to the process. It's almost like I'm feeling this energy of there's two people that are wanting to heal their relationship with each other, whatever that looks like. And it's almost like they're dropping the framework around what that has to look like. Like they're open to how that manifests and how it can be mutually beneficial. In other words, they're not saying we have to romantically end up together. But we know that we have a connection. We want to be a part of each other's lives. And so let's kind of have this experience with each other. Let's just see what happens. Where does it lead? And there's a commitment to that process. There's a commitment to that process. And ironically, it could lead to the person who wasn't, really wanting to commit before in this situation to being in a space where they feel like, I really want to commit. I really want to commit. Yeah, we see somebody's really coming into their heart after a time of being very guarded. Okay. We got that Page of Swords energy. Maybe they realized that the way that they had really sabotaged themselves. This is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay, water sign energy there. So it was almost like the emotions were hidden, the emotions were hidden in this situation. Somebody repressed their emotions. They weren't showing what they really felt. Maybe they even acted in a way that wasn't in alignment with what they were really feeling, and misled the other person, and they were feeling very confused. There's some kind of beautiful new beginning here. Look at this, okay? It really happens in the spring, all right? Spring is when there will be a real solid offer will come through. I feel like there's some kind of new commitment in this situation that comes through in the spring. This is a timing card with the Ace of Pentacles. And right behind that, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's a true pair here. There's a true pair here. This person has fire sign strongly aspected in their chart somewhere. Sun, moon, rising. I think it's one of the big three: sun, moon, rising. Okay, for that partner. Okay, they definitely are able to match your fire. They're very independent too. Okay, this person is going to let you do your thing. You also have to be able to let them do their thing. This is the part that's going to be, I think, is the tricky part for fire sign connections. Is often, fire signs, they want to have their independence. They want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. They have a harder time letting their partner do the same. So keep this in mind, because this person's very independent too. You both are. So there really is a need to trust in the connection and to respect each other's freedom to, have a life for themselves, So this is I think it's going to be a situation that's a lot of growth. I feel like this is an opportunity for a lot of growth in this connection. And it's something that develops over time. And I think you are approaching this in a new way. You're approaching it in a way you haven't before, because you never really took the time to invest in a relationship this way and laying down the foundation. We see this with the Ten of Wands in the past, you never did this work in the past. And so you watched connections that seemed hopeful at first just kind of wither away, Yeah, and this is what's brought you towers in the past, okay? You've definitely had endings because of this, of not doing the work, not investing your energy in the right way, in your connections. But some new cycle is starting here with this full energy. You're heading off on a whole new adventure. Things get moving. The turn of fortune is at hand with the Wheel of Fortune here. And here comes the approach, the romantic offer with the Knight of Cups. And it brings celebration with the Three of Cups. All right. And in some cases, this is not everybody's story, but it's coming through. So I want to bring it in. In some cases, with this Three of Cups, there's some couples that maybe are realizing that it's better for them to be honest with each other and to just have a polyamorous type dynamic, because both parties are wanting to explore and they're working this out with each other. That's definitely not everybody's story, but it is coming in for somebody out there. So I just wanted to speak to this for those of you that are navigating this kind of terrain with your partner. It looks like you're able to get on the same page, and there's, reason to celebrate this. And for others of you, it's going to be celebrating a formal commitment. Okay. This is like big celebration card, the Three of Cups. It's also a card of healing. So there's going to be reason to feel good about what transpires in this connection. There's definitely like some heartfelt communication, some willingness to head toward the future in a new way with a new perspective, respecting each other's individuality, giving each other the freedom to be who they are. And there's some kind of growth happens here. And getting on the same page with this person that creates a really beautiful change and a new adventure in this relationship. A new chapter opens. It's a brand new beginning, and it brings many reasons to feel happy that you did the work in this connection. So it looks really good. So not too bad at all. Not too bad. You've done a lot of growth, man. That's really good to see. It's really good to see, and it makes sense. I mean, you've had Chiron, in your sign, and you've really been doing the work. You've been doing the deep integration work, going right into the center of some of your biggest wounds, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful when you can see the value of that. What happens when you do create the space to pull in close, which you normally would want to like hit the eject button on, right? When you're willing to really do that work and come to the place of understanding and be honest with yourself about the role you played and take accountability for your own healing process, then it's like so beautiful when you can bring that full circle and actually like close that gap with another person. So looks like healing for you, Aries, and I just wish you so much support and um, guidance with that, guidance for each step of the way, so that you really can have something beautiful come to fruition.